we're entering this twilight zone, 2 weeks period between the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo and the new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Now, it's very interesting because Virgo and Aries don't have much in common. They don't really see each other on the scale of the zodiac wheel, which I think could create even more like bizarre sense of wobbliness in the energy, because it's not like it's one eclipse in Virgo and then the other one is in Pisces. They kind of have a direct um, view to one another, an ability to see the horizon, the light at the end of the tunnel. Um, but with Aries being like quincunx Virgo, it's like it's not they're not in each other's eyesight. They can't see each other, so they don't know what's going on with the other. They Aries doesn't really know what Virgo has kind of finalized with the full moon lunar eclipse. Virgo doesn't know what Aries is planning to start with the new moon solar eclipse as it's finalizing things. So they can't really um, match stories, right? They can't plan together. They kind of have to have this blind trust, blind faith that the other has whatever they're doing, that they're on it or that they have it covered or that it's going to work out somehow. That's interesting. And then this in between period is like every energy is kind of doing its thing, not knowing what the other energy is doing, if it's doing its thing, and will it work out? Will all the pieces come together? Will everything fall into place? Will the parallel dimensions kind of come together and become this third integrated path, or will it just be a chaotic zap and mess that will end up separating ways? You don't know. It's kind of it's an energetic wild wild west. Energetic wild wild quest. So let's see let's have one reading for my water seekers. Okay. What is this between eclipses 2 weeks time period for you? This is for Scorpio, Pisces, and Aquarius. 9 of Pentacles, gorgeous. I'm working with the Mystic Dream Tarot. Is it Mystic Dream? Yeah, the Mystical Dream Tarot. I like my bangs today, thankfully. um, Water. This is very strong earth energy coming through for you, and I love this because it gives such a positive balancing act to your energy, which is very interesting. Pisces is like just had the sun conjunct Neptune with the North Node. It's been very disorienting for everyone, I can assume, especially for Pisces and Cancer and Scorpio, for you guys, my water seekers, because Neptune also rules the tides and the oceans. This and the North Node is in water. It's like the universe is leading the collective into this energy that you kind of swim in regular. No, the world swims in your energy because you're the water, right? Um, and so it's almost like, how we walk around outdoors and there's oxygen and we breathe it, but we don't think about it. We don't give it a time of day. We rely on it to live. If it suddenly gets, if we get deprived of it, we will scream for it or choke for it. Sorry. But regularly we don't like acknowledge it or think of it. We don't go outside, or even now as we're in this room and saying, thank goodness for the oxygen. Even when we express gratitude and say thanks to things, we never stop to say thank you, oxygen. So it's like everyone is swimming in the water, like everyone is breathing in the oxygen, right? You're the water in which everyone's swimming. The emotional realm, the spiritual realm, the depth, the truth, the divine, the mystical, the subconscious, once again, the heart, the feeling, the sensation. And we all are kind of living in this realm of water, but we're not taking the moment to say thank you, just like with oxygen. And North Node being in your sun and Saturn and Pisces and like all of that. And also Mars is in Cancer. Um, it kind of puts the focus on you and makes people aware of you and maybe more grateful to you. So it gives you more presence in the material realm where you are acknowledged and seen and felt and not taken for granted. Bottom of the deck, Sophia, 11. This is the star card in this. And you're like, to the torches out there, you're like 11. 11 is justice. In classic tarot, in classic decks, actually, sorry, I meant to say the strength, not the star. The strength card. This is the strength card here. In classic decks, the strength is number 11 and justice is number 8. So this one goes according to classic tarot. So 9 of Pentacles and strength. It's like, it's interesting, like everybody's saying how elusive this energy is and how fluid and confusing, but it actually gets solidified and more and thicker, the water element. And um it's like holding water without it dripping between your fingers. It's like people suddenly see you, understand you in a way that's a lot more um it's not as elusive and abstract and philosophical thing that they can appreciate but not necessarily understand, touch and go but not completely connect with, feel you but not be able to completely connect or be with you, because there's always that aspect of like people are not fish and they can't swim in water. We adore the water, we visit the water, we want to explore the water, but we can't fully live and understand and be with water. I mean, we consume it, but it goes through us and we don't really see it. It serves us, right? Water, that's you guys, right? You serve the human condition and life, and everyone is enamored by you, but not necessarily connect in a tangible way. And it feels very lonely sometimes because you do flow in their veins. You understand them so well. You know their ins and outs and the intricacies of their psyche, of their heart, of this earth. You know, there's water above earth and there's water within the belly of the earth that was just discovered, by the way. And apparently inside earth there's more water condensed than there is on the surface of earth. And it's like it's really hard to fathom, but that's what scientists just discovered, and it's incredible. So you understand all existence, but existence don't necessarily understand you, and it feels lonely. And but here with the Nine of Pentacles and the strength, I feel like suddenly you're valued and appreciated and acknowledged and seen and respected, but also mostly connected with, in a way that people are like just they want to stick around and be with you as opposed to just have you at their service or kind of just live thanks to you without acknowledging it. They're now acknowledging it. People in your environment. This is a really, really nice time for you. I see you receiving recognition for your dignity, for your merit, for your wisdom, for your friendship, for your loyalty, for your insight, for your hard work. Um, all of these are things that I'm not just saying words that sound good. These are things that have to do specifically with these cards. I'm reading the cards. How do I do that? Take my tarot masterclass and you'll know. Okay. Show me more, please, for water seekers. Four of Pentacles. Be cautious with, like, as soon as you're feeling heard and understood, to hold on to it. Because then you'll risk going back to being that elusive water that just flows away and people are not holding on to. They'll just be like, oh, what? Did I see water? No, never mind. Enjoy this gently. Don't grab the bird. Let it sit on your palm. So if someone's express connectedness, acknowledgement, wonderful. Of course, if it's mutual, then interact with it and engage with it to the degree that is relevant to your situation. Just don't overbear and overhold from there. Practice calm water, run deep. Ace of Wands. There's this really beautiful revival of energy, of desire, of um, knowing what you want, having a direction. When Saturn, with its boundaries, with Mars and its goal orientation, with the North Node and its soul trajectory, it's like everything suddenly has a really clear direction. The wave is going somewhere very, very clear, and it knows where it's going, it knows where it's heading, and it knows what it wants. I think, interestingly enough, for you, this time that is supposed to be allegedly like confusing and bizarre is actually going to be, because you're always in a realm of confusion and bizarreness. Like, to you, it's like you swim in the waters in which others drown in, right? So for you, this energy is actually super beneficial. It gives you a very clear insight as into what you want now, where you want to go, and it's going to bring a lot of clarity, especially with your instincts. I see like the sun finally being in Aries as I'm recording this. Just moved into Aries this morning. Oh, thank goodness. It's the life force, direction, the energy, the clarity. I love that, you know. Um, it's doing a lot of good. And Neptune is soon about to leave your sign on the 30th, on the 29th or on the 30th of March, right after the new moon in Aries. I feel like it's going to serve as a as ease, because Neptune in Pisces was like Neptune on steroids, and making Pisces on steroids. And even if you're not Pisces, even if you're Cancer or Scorpio, it's a trine of water. So it's not even a trine, it's just a circle of moving water, and it's kind of integrated. There's no actual separation. In a way, you are each other. Um, so what happens in one water sign, I believe happens in the other water signs as well. They just approach it differently, but the events, the transits, like if I see something in Cancer, I look at it as if it's also affecting Scorpio and Cancer the same, not the same way. It does the same thing to them, and then they react to it from their unique watery blueprint, right? Tell me more about this for water seekers for this time frame. Seven of Cups. More water. Okay. Actually, it's the first water card that came out in your watery spread. Water, some of you are, I'm picking up, there's something exquisite about you. I don't know if you're like ex exquisitely extra beautiful, or really impressive from the way you, either the way you look or the way you speak or the way you carry yourself or what it is that you do, or more than one thing, or all of the above perhaps, but at least one thing in your essence and the way you live is really magnanimous and like um, beautiful and capturing, engaging. What's the word? Enticing. And someone is feeling very enamored or drawn to you, and it creates a level of confusion and concern with the Seven of Cups here because it kind of takes them out of their focus, out of their direction, out of their um, reason. It's like they can't think straight next to you. It's like you, something about your presence kind of makes their mind melt a little bit. They might be simply infatuated by you, have a crush on you, even be in love with you. But it creates an interesting level of confusion in them. So I think it's something that is maybe outside of their comfort zone or um, or what they're used to. Uh, maybe it's they feel with you differently than they never felt this way before. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that to you. They never felt this way before. Well, they never felt this way before. Can't believe I didn't notice this mess here. There we go. Better. Sorry, I like things the way I like things. Don't judge me. It's nice. It's nicer now. Okay. Um, and it makes them feel a little bit wobbly. This is someone, the Hierophant, this is someone who really is used to being in control of their mind, of their thought process, of their emotional expression. They're on top of things, right? They're wise, they're mature, mature emotionally, mature spiritually, mature mentally, and it's like they're not used to having their mindset taken off track or not being able to kind of harness it back to where they want it to be. Maybe they've never been in love before because that's what it is. I don't know, but it's kind of, it does something for sure to them. But there's definitely strong attraction. Like look at how this came up. So this is the Ace of Wands that can speak to attraction and sensuality and sexuality. And here with the Seven of Cups, there's this very phallic symbol. So it's like, look at him. He's like, oh, this is funny. They don't feel it's funny. They feel very overwhelmed. But if this was like a romantic comedy, then the audience would be like, this is funny. Okay. I guess it's not that bad. Um, I'm hearing the song, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. Yeah, if it makes you happy, it can't be that bad. I don't know. Who am I to judge? Let's see. Show me more, please, for water. Okay, this is more than just confusing them. This is giving them an incredible level of anxiety. Nine of Swords, they're like, so maybe they're married. Maybe they're committed to someone. Maybe for whatever reason, having feelings for you or thinking of you in this way is really problematic. And they're very, very worried. And it creates solitude, and you feel it too, because if they're distant from you and it's mutual, then it creates agony to you as well. Um, I feel like something about it makes you feel uncomfortable with yourself for some reason. Like as if you did something wrong, but I don't think you did anything other than being wonderful. And now I'm drawn to this imagery where we had the Four of Pentacles here, this very close, tight, shielded thing. And here with the lotus, like open up and this beautiful maiden comes out of it. And it's like, this is forcing something that was very closed up to open up. But then it creates shame. It's very like, there's a level of shaming here that you might be experiencing from this person or from the situation or from whatever makes them feel this way, or whatever makes them feel bad about this, because like this now looks like you cloaking yourself with this, like back to being closed up, or having to feel ashamed for this or something. It's like there's something very open and receptive and magical about your energy, water. And women used to still are shamed for being beautiful. Beautiful women suffer a lot of shaming and slut shaming and belittling, and oh, she must be a ditz, or oh, she must be a slut, oh, she must be using her sexuality to gain whatever she wants. um she didn't earn this and that. She probably slept with someone. It's like people gossip, people are envious, people are jealous, people try to make beautiful people, um, bring them back to their place, kind of thing, like humble them by humiliating them. And that's not from a place that you actually need humbling. Rather, it's from a place of them feeling jealousy. And instead of dealing with it, they try to belittle you. It's not them that are jealous, it's you that is too extravagant. You're not carrying yourself in an extravagant, vain manner. You're just carrying yourself with dignity and beauty. That's what the cards show anyway. And people who don't know how to carry themselves like that, or want to be that way, or want to have what you have, or do what you do, and don't understand it or can't, um, they would rather make you feel bad about yourself than deal with these types of feelings. And don't cover yourself up, water, literally and metaphorically and philosophically. Don't um don't let someone else's shame you. It's their shame. It's their jealousy, it's their spite, it's their lack of awareness. Dreamer of Wands, stay optimistic and happy and exploring and courageous and, did I say adventurous? And curious. Stay beautiful, you know? Beauty inspires. No one is gonna go to a lotus and be like, "Hey, lotus, you need to be less beautiful because you're distracting me. I can't think, I can't focus, I can't study." This happens in religion a lot. Religious men, instead of dealing with how they feel, which is very, very natural, they shame themselves for their natural biological existence. And instead of, dealing with it, they try to hide the woman or cover the woman or shame the woman. Um, no one's going to do that to a lotus. No one's going to be like, "You're distracting me. I can't think. I can't focus." Cover yourself or drown yourself completely in the mud. No one's going to tell a sunrise or a sunset to set faster or rise faster because this beauty is just, you're stopping us in our track and we're in a hurry for a meeting. No, people are going to stop, enjoy the sunrise. And if they're late for their meeting, they're not going to blame the sunrise or the sunset, right? But when it comes to people who have beauty as inspiration, as divine inspiration, as good karma, there's this thing where it's like everything can be beautiful, from the flowers to the sky to the celestial heavens to plants to animals. We can admire beauty in everything, in design. But with people, suddenly it's like not allowed. Suddenly it's superficial, it's wrong. That's because people can't be jealous of the sun, right? Because they don't. because they know it's impossible to be the sun, so they're not even trying, so they just surrender to admiring it and the stars and the ocean and whatever else is beautiful. But with people, it's almost like they resent it. It's like, why didn't I come out? I couldn't come out as the sun, but I am a human. Why didn't I come out as this beautiful? I don't know. Ask your oversoul. Ask your own decisions when you incarnated here. Ask your own karma that every person is responsible for. And also, always people always need to acknowledge that every it, life is always a mixed bag. Whatever you have blessings with, so you'll have other things that are not blessings, right? So if someone doesn't feel like they're physically attractive or pleasing to the eye, they may have many other blessings in their life that other people who might be attractive and pleasant to the eye do not have, and have to deal with challenges that they don't. It's always like, the grass is always greener. So jealousy is always stupid. But mostly punishing someone over one's jealousy is evil. It's wrong. And I feel you, water, being on the receiving end of this. So don't let it. Don't cover yourself unless you want to dress that way and it's your style and you feel more comfortable, then sure. Dress however works for you, but if you're covering yourself because how someone makes you feel about, you know, that's a different story. You have this life force and you don't hide it. And that's the thing that this person is so infatuated and blown away by. It's well, you. So be you. And even if they can't handle it, someone else will. And if no one else will, then you will. Just have fun. Life is short, and that doesn't mean to skip it. It means to live it. Oh, but there's more life afterwards. Yeah, but if there's more life afterwards, be it the afterlife, be it heaven, be it reincarnation, whatever the case may be, whatever you believe in, it matters what you do now, right? It matters that you live your life and play into the role you came here to portray, right? Whether you decided it or something else decided it or a higher force decided it for you. You sign up for school and then you don't want to attend classes, you want to skip. Attend classes. You came here gorgeous and inspiring and beautiful. Be gorgeous and inspiring and beautiful and let other people deal with their, challenges and emotional blockages. And if it's envy and jealousy, let them deal with that. You're not going to be helping them by making yourself small. And it's not about showing off. You're not showing off. They're not upset because you're showing off. That's the thing that I feel the need to emphasize. It's almost like there's a cross watcher who's trying to convince me that water is just a showy, vain. No, you're just jealous and spiteful. And you're being mean to water. Stop spitting in the well that feeds the world, that nourishes, that hydrates the world. Beauty is also spiritual inspiration, all forms of beauty. And you don't have to be necessarily physically, objectively beautiful to carry yourself beautifully, right? From your unique style to the way you carry yourself, to the way you talk, to the way you choose to do your hair. Beauty is so versatile. Find your beauty. Everyone is beautiful in one way, shape, or form. Focus on that, enlarge that, work with it. If this speaks to you. Um, Anything else for water about this? Lady of Wands. It's like Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands in this deck is incredible. I love her. And I really feel her, I empathize with her. I meditate a lot. Meditation has really become a part of my life in the past 18 months, I would say. And it's amazing how it helps the mind calm. It doesn't necessarily make you a better person, but it makes you a calmer person capable of making better choices for yourself. Um, but also it kind of gives it a level of ease and serenity. So find that place. We have the Ace of Wands, and then we have the Lady of Wands. So it's like mastering the will, by acknowledging the will and living by your hara, your core, your center, what what motivates you, what drives you, that's the thing that allows you to find peace and serenity. Because if you're in resistance to yourself, you will not know peace. If you're in resistance to needing to drink water, you will always be thirsty. If you're in resistance to needing to eat, to needing to sleep, to needing to be loved, or whatever it is that is your unique need, you will not know peace. So find that spark that is your unique blueprint, your wish, your desire, your dream, your essence. And instead of covering it because it makes someone confused, Dreamer of Wands, so much fire, right? This could be a reading for fire. There's so much fire here. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Yeah, we have the Dreamer of Wands. She's like the Page or Princess of Wands, the Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands. What is missing is the King, the Lord of Wands. Three of Wands. Fire, fire, fire. Anyway, so there's accomplishment here with this time frame. You're accomplishing acceptance of yourself, of your beauty, of your wisdom, of finding joy with being awesome and not letting it get to you. And this is the Star card, aka the Dream Angel here. Wow. The more you accept yourself and sit with how you are and what you are, the more it will allow your dreams to wake up from your inner essence and kind of show themselves to you, and will help you understand your direction and your trajectory. This is a really blessed time for you where you get to choose. Okay, you're like a lotus saying to someone who passes by and gets all like, oh my gosh, do I stop and study this lotus and connect with this lotus? Or do I get upset with it as the blessing that it is, that came into my life or that I stumbled into? Or do I judge it, judge myself, and force myself to continue on because I'm on the schedule and there's somewhere I gotta be? You're exactly where you gotta be. If you're, say, a cross watcher and you encountered this lotus and it's driving you mad, um, she's this lotus, right? The water, whatever energy here we saw for water is this lotus. And it's the essence of life. You know, the lotus in Buddhism is Buddha, the pink lotus that is coming through here in the Ace of Wands. Things don't always happen by the schedule, by the plan. This is what the North Node is going to teach the collective by being in water, specifically in Pisces. Magic doesn't happen in your box. And that box can be a box of how faith should be, how life should be, how you should be, how anything should be. And that box is in good service. It gives us a lot, but it's not meant to imprison us. As soon as we're incarcerated by that box and not allow ourselves to step out of it when there's something inspiring kind of blessing itself into our life, this could be dharma, inviting. This could be karma, calling. Karma doesn't have to be bad, it could be good or bad, right? Do we stop and listen and follow the call? Or do we force it into our little. That's not going to work with the South Node in Virgo. It's not going to work. Um, Bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. The moon, this for many of you, this has to do with love, with emotions, with romance, with someone who has very, very, very deep, intense feelings for you, and it's very overwhelming. You know, this reading is focusing on a short time frame. Things could become clear. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, it's turned out to be a long reading. Stay magic, stay true, stay free. I love you. Check out the description box and, of course, subscribe if you lasted this far. You love me, so stick around.